When it comes to scary things, there are lots of different ways to go. Some people are terrified of snakes, while others can even look at spiders without breaking out in a cold sweat. But what if something scares you that you can't even see? In today's video, we'll take a look at what some scientists believe to be the most terrifying sound ever recorded. It was so awful that simply hearing it may cause you to faint right where you sit. Keep watching to find out more about this harrowing sound, and let us know in the comments section, what do you think is the scariest thing you have ever heard? Without further ado, let's begin. A few years ago, a team of researchers decided they would try and capture some underwater noises. The goal was to record ambient noise from the ocean to study how much human activity was polluting this kind of natural communication. They deployed hydrophones, which are essentially microphones for underwater use, across the Atlantic Ocean. To their surprise, they picked up an incredibly loud noise coming from the ocean depths. You may be able to guess that the ocean is full of lots of sounds. If you have ever been near the shore, you've probably heard waves crashing into one another and against the sand. However, the sounds that the team had recorded were not anything like this. They were thousands of times louder than any kind of marine mammal vocalization or other naturally occurring sound. They dubbed the noise the sound of the deep. And although it was picked up by multiple hydrophones, it appears to come from only one location. This mysterious noise continues to baffle scientists because it has never been heard again. Many people who have listened to the recording say that it sounds like nails on a chalkboard or fingernails dragging down a glass window. While this may seem like a rather mundane sound, when you imagine how it must feel to hear it under the sea, it becomes much more disturbing. At first, researchers thought that maybe they had captured the sound of an iceberg cracking, or perhaps a submarine volcano erupting. However, these events can be tracked, and neither was happening at the time the recording was made. This means that whatever did make the sound still hasn't been identified. The scariest part of all, though, is that the sound seems to have a frequency that could be picked up by human ears. Most underwater noises are too low or high-pitched to be heard by humans. This makes sense since we live on land, and our ears are used to hearing sounds at normal atmospheric pressure. Water, however, muffles sounds differently than air does. Because the sound of the deep is so incredibly loud, it has the potential to actually harm those who hear it. Some people who have listened to recordings of the noise have reported feeling physical symptoms such as shivers, nausea, and even pain in their chests. That's why many researchers believe it to be the most terrifying sound ever recorded. Hearing it might even make you black out, but it doesn't stop there. There's much more to this unsettling noise than meets the ear. When scientists analyzed the sound, they found that it has a very specific harmonic structure. This means that it's possible to identify its fundamental frequency. By doing so, it might be possible to better understand what could have caused it. Since the original recording, researchers have been trying to recreate the sound of the deep to figure out just what it is. They found that the sound seems to be caused by vibrations at a frequency of 75 Hz. The actual sound itself is hundreds of times higher pitched than this. The problem is that no one has been able to replicate this vibration under controlled conditions. Some have speculated that it could be the result of seismic activity deep within the ocean floor. We know that the Earth's core is incredibly hot, and that there are many volcanoes located beneath the sea. Perhaps one of these volcanoes erupted in a way that created a massive vibration in the Earth's crust. Perhaps there is some undiscovered phenomenon that took place in the ocean. Unfortunately, until it happens again, we'll never know. And that leads us to our next terrifying sound. Back in 1980, a team of scientists set up equipment to monitor a volcano named Mount St. Helens. Located in Washington State, Mount St. Helens is one of the most active volcanoes in the United States. It was chosen for monitoring because it had shown signs that it might erupt soon. The scientists wanted to be prepared for when the eruption happened, so that they would have data to study. Little did they know that their equipment would end up recording the most terrifying sound ever caught by man. On May of 1980, Mount St. Helens erupted. The explosion was so powerful that it could be heard thousands of miles away. While scientists had anticipated that the volcano might blow, they were surprised by how powerful the eruption turned out to be. Ash and debris were thrown tens of miles into the air. Hot lava flowed down the side of the mountain, destroying everything in its path. Among the wreckage left behind by the eruption, scientists found their recording equipment. If you want to hear the sound for yourself, you're in luck. It was later released to the public and can be downloaded online. Just search for the most terrifying sound ever recorded, and you'll find it. Be warned, though, some people have reported feeling sick after hearing the recording. What makes this sound so scary? For starters, it reminds us of the truly incredible power that nature holds. Volcanoes are among the most dangerous forces on the planet. They have the ability to destroy entire cities and wipe out countless lives. While we can predict when a volcano might erupt, we cannot control it. All we can do is hope for the best. The sound also reminds us of our own insignificance in the face of nature. We are just a small species on a tiny planet orbiting an average star. We like to think that we are in control of our world, but in reality, we are at the mercy of the forces that surround us. Finally, the sound is simply unsettling. It is a reminder that there are things in this world that we cannot understand or control. Sometimes that's the scariest part of all, but we can't stop there. Another sound that might make you black out is known as the hum. The hum is a low-frequency noise that has been reported by people all over the world. The strange thing is that the hum is not audible to everyone. Some people report hearing a constant droning sound that never seems to go away. Others say that they can hear the hum when they are outside, but it disappears when they come inside. Many believe that the hum is the result of some kind of government experiment gone awry. There are many conspiracy theories surrounding the hum, but there is no evidence to support any of them. Some say that the hum is the sound of aliens visiting our planet. Others say it's the sound of the Bermuda Triangle. Still, others say it's the sound of the end of the world. The truth is, no one knows what the hum is. It has been reported all over the world, but it has never been captured on recording. Those who say they hear the hum are often ridiculed by those who don't. After all, how can you prove something that can't be measured? If you hear the hum, you should consider yourself lucky. After all, it's not something that can be experienced at will. But it is a reminder that there are things in this world that we simply can't explain. We hope you enjoyed learning about some of the scariest sounds ever recorded. Which sound scared you the most? Let us know in the comments section below. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.